Yeah, I'm super excited for our next segment. Radhika, do you want to?
Yes, we have Oliver Chin ready on deck. We're moving a couple minutes a little bit late, so I appreciate his patience as we're getting ready to move on to his live book reading on the Year of the Ox. I'm so excited. I'm also going to drop an interactive kind of worksheet or teaching aid that you can follow along with. It's really fun, but I'm going to hand it over to Oliver right now.
Okay, thanks very much. Can everyone hear me okay?
Yeah.
All right, so that was a very fascinating talk. Thanks for sharing that. So again, my name is Oliver Chin. I'm a children's book author in San Francisco, and I'm happy to join the San Jose Museum of Art today to share our latest in our series of stories on each of the animals of the new year. So uh, we've done all 12, so we're going to just do a quick run through. We've done Teddy the Tiger, Rosie the Rabbit, Dominic the Dragon, Susie the Snake, Hannah the Horse, Sydney the Sheep, Max the Monkey, Ray the Rooster, Daniel the Dog, Patty the Pig, and last year, or last day was Thursday, was Ralph the Rat. So today we'll be reading together The Year of the Ox, and the last few editions we've done bilingual in simplified Chinese. So I'd like to share my screen, and then maybe after the reading again, we can do some Q&A. All right, so here we go. All right, so everyone see The Year of the Ox right there? Great. All right, so for those of you guys at home, or if you're a kid with a lot of energy, you guys can help me out and share at home the sound effect for Olivia. She's the main character, and this is her best friend, May. So as an ox is sort of like a cow, and you all know what a cow says in stories. At the count of three, we can practice, and you can help me out with Olivia's cow sound. We'll go 1, 2, 3.
Moo!
All right, fantastic. All
Ooh.
right, so just pretend you're in second grade. It goes over really well when I visit schools and libraries. So we'll keep going. And the theme of the story is how a little person, or in this case an ox, grows up just like a boy or girl. And over the years, we've had 6 female characters and 6 male characters, and they meet friends of all the other animals too, and people as well. But it's up to them to blaze their own trail and discover who they are and what they'd like to become, just like we all have to do. So my friend Jeremiah Alcorn, he is the artist. He drew the characters for the dog, pig, rat, and ox years. He's an animator. He lives in Birmingham, Alabama, and he has uh, contributed to shows such as DuckTales. Okay, here we go. Light glistened off the morning dew, and the rising sun welcomed another day. Inside the stables, Mama and Papa Ox yawned after a long night. Resting in their bed of hay, they tickled their new baby. Oh, coochie coochie coo. It was a long night, but it was worth it. Mama smiled. Hello there, honey. Only a few hours old, the youngster was rustling about already. Rustle, rustle. She had a sweet and peaceful manner, so Papa suggested, Hey, let's call her Olivia. All right, great idea, Dad. The proud parents introduced the calf to their friends. Oh, hello there. Hi. She'll be a big gal, they all agreed. Mama whispered, Honey, tomorrow you'll meet the farmer's daughter. Her name is May. Okay. During her first visit, the girl petted Olivia and combed her hair. Oh, I know we'll be best friends, smiled May, and she adopted Olivia as her little sister. The grateful heifer, which means cow, promised, I'll always look out for you. Sharing a bubbly spirit, the girls played tag, hide and seek, and kicked the can. Doink. In the countryside, the pair loved to stop and smell the roses. But sometimes their wild wandering would make quite a mess. Aww. They need a bath now. Afterwards, Olivia's parents took her aside. Mama noted, "There's a time and place for fun and games." Papa added, "Yes, dear. It's about time you learned to pull your own weight around here." Hmm, what does that mean? The following morning, Papa and Mama showed her the shed. Oh, it's over here, where they got ready for work. Every day, the bull and cow would each carry a yoke, not that yellow thing inside of an egg. It's this wooden harness they put on their shoulders and pull a plow. Oh, they're helping farm the land there. Olivia wanted to pitch in despite Mama's misgivings. Oh, Papa pointed out, "Hey, Olivia, but the yoke is heavy." Not the egg, this big wooden thing. "And tilling the ground is hard labor." Olivia boasted, "Yeah, I'm a big girl now and I can handle it by myself." Oh, do you think she can carry this big wooden yoke?
Especially
It's
has
big.
confidence too.
It's bigger than her. But try as she might, Olivia was too small to plow the fields. Oh, many times she got stuck in the mud and had to be rescued. Okay, you guys at home, help me out with Olivia's sound here. One, two, three.
Woo!
Oh, fantastic audience participation. After a long day, Olivia came home dirty and plumb tuckered out. Oh, it's 9 to 5. No fun for kids. After dinner, Mama advised, "Dear, maybe you could try a different job." "Yes, I'd like that very much," answered Olivia eagerly. All right, she is ready for the next chore. The next day, May led Olivia to the nearby well to fetch some water. Okay, you guys, raise your hand if you've ever drawn water from a well. I assume you all have indoor plumbing, which is good. But these guys don't. They have to go outside and lower a bucket into the earth to get water. Gingerly May, the girl, filled her bucket and she balanced it on her head. All right, raise your hand if you've ever done that before. I haven't. That's very heavy. Density of water is 1. That's pretty heavy. Ah, her little sister, Olivia, she bragged, "Yeah, I can carry much more than you." Do you believe Olivia? She's never done this before. Do you think she can do that?
Uh-oh.
Be careful, May warned, as Olivia moseyed along with 2 buckets on her shoulders. Oh, they were almost home when, ooh, who did she bump into? Oh, not not that Kellogg's icon. It's a real rooster. Oh, it bumped into the rooster, and the rooster crowed cock-a-doodle-doo. Oh, Olivia slipped, whoop, and spilled the water everywhere. Splash! Olivia. After cleaning up, May thought of another chore for Olivia. "Hey, next week is harvest time. You could bring the rice to be milled." Olivia nodded and they prepared to collect the crop. These guys don't have Costco around. They have to go out to the fields, harvest the grain, take the grain to the mill, and shake all those little white kernels out. That's a lot of work. She put on her work gloves down here. During the harvest, May loaded stalks of grain onto Olivia's back. Heave ho! "Oh, this is easy," smirked Olivia. But on the way to the mill, who is this animal? You guys, help me out. What does this animal say? One, two, three.
Hiss.
What does it say?
Oh, this snake darted in front of her. Startled, Olivia scattered her load all over the road. Olivia. Now both girls were embarrassed, but the weekend was here. Yay, the weekend. And May's parents had planned to sell their vegetables at the local farmer's market. Raise your hand if you like going to the farmer's market. Yeah, farm to table. Very good. Olivia promised to behave, so Mama and Papa let her come too. Yippee! Oh, there's the farmer's market. The town square bustled with buying and selling, and May's parents displayed their bounty. Oh, so colorful. Looks delicious. Yummy. Olivia marveled at all those sights, sounds, and smells. Then who did she meet? Oh, who is this? It's a friendly rat. and she followed it to a stall close by. Yeah, you follow me. I have something really, really good to show you. Suddenly, a yell rang out. Okay, you guys at home, help me out with a big yell. One, two, three. Oh, so scary. Eek! Oh, soon a crowd had gathered to watch Olivia eat someone's fruit. Oh, I don't think she paid for that. Neighbors wagged their hooves, Papa shook his horns, and May hurried to drag her pal away. Olivia. After the commotion subsided, Mama moaned, Darling, I guess you're not old enough to help us after all. May and her parents were disappointed too, so Olivia, she trudged back with her tail between her legs. Oh, oh, that is sad. At home, Olivia wanted to prove she was a hard worker, but May's parents had business in town with Mama and Papa. Leaving to tend the fields, May told Olivia, ah, just please stay behind and out of trouble. Do you think that made her friend feel better? I don't think so. Alone with little to do, Olivia vowed, oh, I'll show them. Ooh, somehow. Later, she heard a cry pierce the sky. Okay, you guys, we're going to do it again. Give me a big scream. One, two, three. So convincing. I had to call 911. As noises suddenly filled the air, Olivia rushed outside and she couldn't believe her eyes. What did she see out there? What was so surprising? Why were people screaming? Everyone was running away from the farmland that was quickly flooding. The old dam had burst. All right, you guys help me out with Olivia's sound again. One, two, three.
Woo!
Ooh, bellowed Olivia. But no one stopped to help. They're running for their lives. Immediately she wondered, where is May? Okay, you guys, raise your hand if you have a brother or a sister. All right, I know you love them very much. What if something bad was happening and they were missing? Would you go search for them? Oh, hard decision. You love them. Blood's thicker than water. Olivia, she jumped in the rice paddy to search for her sister. Splash! Passers-by warned her, leave all you can. But she pressed on against the current and finally spotted May clinging to the branches of a cypress tree. Is she okay? Did I get there in time? When and worried, May was surprised to see Olivia. Oh, what are you doing here? This is no time for questions, Olivia sputtered. Get down and climb on board. Swimming toward home, Olivia picked up others stranded by the rising water. Help, help! Hold on, we're coming. Juggling them on her shoulders, Olivia plowed ahead. At last, she clambered over the ridge to safety. Oh, thanks for saving us. Okay, you guys at home, raise your hand if you know how to swim. Comes in very handy times like this. But before they could catch their breath, they noticed the bank had begun to buckle. I guess it was not FDIC insured, but that's a story for another day. If it gave way, the water would flood the village below. May cried, we need to warn the townsfolk. They have no time. Hurry up and go, replied Olivia, and she pressed her shoulder against the dike. That's this big wall, retaining wall. I'll hold it up. May, hesitating, May, what did she hop on right here? What is this thing? All right, raise your hand if you guys know how to ride a bike. Oh, that comes in very handy too. She hopped on her bike. I'll pedal as fast as I can, and you'd better still be here when I come back. They made a pinky promise. Leaning against the crumbling wall, Olivia spotted a crack where water began dripping through. She needed to patch it, but didn't dare move. What could she do? Hastily, blop, she stuck her tail into the hole. Wow, quick thinking, Olivia. You don't need to be in the Netherlands to do that. The plug held, and Olivia sighed in relief. Feeling the world's weight on her shoulders, Olivia didn't want to let everybody down. Digging her hose into the ground, she pushed with all her might. You guys help me out one last time. Count of three. One, two, three.
Moo.
Oh, fantastic. You guys are great. Time crawled by. Just then, May's family and Mama and Papa arrived with lots of helpers. They're reinforcing the dike there. As the waters finally receded, Olivia took a break. Ooh, she was dirty, soggy, and hungry, but was very happy. Wow. May hugged Olivia. Aw, thanks for coming back for me. Olivia blushed. I know you'd do the same. Joyfully, Mama and Papa remarked, wow, you two are the bravest girls in the whole world. Remember that the earth is round, not flat. It's a big place. Soon life returned to normal, and Olivia and May played their games and roamed about as before. Dink. And hopefully life will return to normal to us soon, and we'll get to visit the museum in all its glory. Their parents watched how they were growing up, both hungry for adventure and strong-willed. These sisters loved each other heart and soul. May knew that Olivia was there for her when it counted, and everyone around would remember that this was a marvelous year of the ox. So I want you guys give yourselves a big clap for helping me out with all those special sound effects. You did fantastic. Check is in the mail. All right. So if you know anybody born today or for the next year, a little wee tyke, they are an ox, and these are the qualities that Olivia discovered that she had as she lived her life, just like we all discover who we are as we persist and resist and continue to do good work out there. People born in the year of the ox are patient, stout, and down to earth. They are plain spoken and hardworking, but sometimes just sometimes, they can be creatures of habit, cautious and headstrong. Though they may be slow to rouse, oxen are dependable characters indeed. And so these are the 12 animals we saw in the story and a new cast for every storybook and the ones that we've done so far. So I'm going to stop my screen share right now and get back to in living color. And I'm going to wish you guys a fantastic year of the ox. Remember, vitamin C, very good for you. Also reminds people of gold. And remember your lucky red Lycée envelopes. It's up to your parents, you mothers and fathers and grandparents out there to, dig into your wallet, share the wealth, maybe just a penny and a dollar, but it's the symbolism of it all. And I have a couple friends I'm gonna introduce. Oh, this is Ralph from last year. It was not my fault. 2020 was tough. I'm a good guy. This is Patty here before. Oh, Golden Hooves New Year's edition. Hello there. Who do we have here? Oh, Susie. Oh, remember, you don't have to be bogged down by, the Judeo-Christian mythology. Snakes are very, very important and helpful creature right there. And then here we go. Oh, don't forget Olivia. Oh, Gold Hooves 2, Chinese New Year edition. Yeah. Hope you enjoyed the story. It was fun, wasn't it? Yeah. Read it at home. Have fun this year. Happy Year of the Ox. Okay. So, any questions out there?
First of all, thank you, Oliver. That was amazing. I've never been more entertained by a book reading in my life for a children's book reading. I think that was so fun. Yeah, I was talking to my co-host, and I've never been more excited to moo during a story. So
Well,
I'm glad
it
you.
gets the stress out. Everybody
Yeah,
needs to do
totally.
that these days.
I have a question for you. What inspired you to write books about the zodiac?
Well, as I like to tell kids when I visit them at schools, it's I owe it to my sons Lucas and Eli. Now they're a little bit older, but back in the day, being a new father and having to go to the library and the bookstore, looking at books, it's always a trip down memory lane. But it struck me that there's still not very many books with people of color in them, even back in 17 years ago. So that was one of the things we wanted to do. We wanted to create fun stories like, oh, the Octonauts here. But we also wanted to create stories which had multicultural characters and a diverse world, which reflects the world that we live in. And for a long time, American publishing was not that way. So we wanted to create some stories like that. And that was the genesis of the idea of the animals of the new year. Of course, we're familiar with them and we've heard one story or two, but it gave us a lot of freedom to create a brand new story for each one of them.
That's beautiful. I love that representation that you're bringing. We've got some comments that some folks love the Octonauts in all caps, so we've got some fans here. I also want to say I love Patty the pig. I'm the boar is my animal, or the pigs.
Oh, my sister's a pig too. I dedicated it to her.
Oh, nice. I love that. But yeah, I want to thank you so much. Rowan, do you have any questions or anything?
Yeah, I just want to say thank you so much. I'm a year of the rat. And so when I saw Olivia swimming across the water, saving all those little animals that were stranded, that's super cool. And I saw the little rat in there. It reminded me of at least one version of the folklore in which the rat got on the ox. And that's why the rat is the first in the Chinese or in the zodiac, right?
That's right. So that was the common tale, a folk tale, which is great, and people retell it. For us, we wanted to kind of go beyond that, mix East and
Exactly.
West, and the qualities we associate traditionally, but the image we have seen here, growing up of Bugs Bunny and everybody else, but just create a merger of the two. And so for us to include that scene, it's not a competition. It's a collaboration. They're all in it together.
Yeah, it's fantastic. It's super fun.
I want to thank you once more. Oliver, feel free to stick around. I love the illustrations in your book. They just brought me so much joy. And yeah, I'm just looking forward to seeing more of your work, and hopefully we can collaborate more through the museum as well.
Yeah, we look forward to it. Thank you.
All right, folks in the chat, with your reactions, give Oliver Chin some love. Thank you so much for joining us today to celebrate Lunar New Year for our community day. Thank you, Oliver.